Social media platforms behave like town squares that forgot how to be public and started charging admission in the form of attention and data. They control who speaks, who sees what, and which outrage goes viral, which gives them market power over public discourse that feels uncomfortably similar to a utility that provides water or electricity, except the water comes with targeted ads and a side of radicalization. Treating platforms as public utilities would force them to accept rules about access, non-discrimination, and basic accountability, which sounds refreshing after years of opaque algorithmic whims. It would also create regulatory frameworks that can demand transparency and interoperability, making it easier for competing services to play fair instead of reinventing addiction loops every quarter to placate shareholders. Regulation as utility risks turning dynamic, creative spaces into bureaucratic gardens where innovation goes to get a parking permit. If we make platforms into regulated monopolies, we might stabilize harms but also ossify features, slow new entrants, and hand rulemaking to institutions that are notoriously bad at keeping up with meme culture and toxic trends. A middle path of targeted regulation and enforceable standards is more sensible than full public utility conversion. Require transparency about algorithms, enforce data portability, prohibit discriminatory amplification practices, and fund independent oversight, policies that curb the worst abuses while preserving competition and innovation. Ultimately, social media isn't exactly electricity, but it's too important to leave entirely to private whim and too volatile to be boxed into classic utility law. Regulate the harms directly, force openness where power concentrates, and remember that putting these giants under the same roof as public services should be done with a fire extinguisher, a moral compass, and a healthy distrust of anyone who promises both convenience and salvation.